Topper, we're counting on you. Thank you. Let's check in with WSA 9's Bruce LeShan. He is in our Weather Explorer. Bruce, you've been out there tracking these storms all day. I know that you're on the inner loop near Tyson's right now. I also want to ask you, sort of getting lost in all of this, is that we're on the Friday night ahead of Memorial Day weekend. Are there a lot of people out and about? The traffic? What are you seeing out there?
Kind of amazing, Adam. I will tell you, it looks like we're in the clear right now, both for the storms and for the traffic. Take a look, the pavement not even wet at this point, and there's not even much traffic as we approach the American Legion Bridge, which is really a shocker. It looks like everybody got out early and just took off and headed south or wherever they wanted to go. But we are keeping a wary eye on the next round of storms. Take a look at some of the damage from the first round. This is the Franklin Farm neighborhood of Herndon, where a couple of blocks just got hammered. Maybe as many as a dozen trees came down in backyards and on houses and decks. Retired Navy Captain Joe Klingsis says he never heard a thing when his neighbor's tree pierced his roof and smashed into his deck. But he says his wife really jumped, and even he got a little scared after that.
I didn't hear a thing. We heard thunder in the distance. I thought we would have heard, if it had been a lightning strike or something, there was no thunder overhead. Didn't hear a freight train coming like sometimes you hear with a tornado. It just crash, stuff flying, and it was over. It just happened that fast. We couldn't even have gotten to the basement if we wanted to.
Probably the scariest situation in Herndon was at Gene Wong's house. Neighbors described the tall trees all over waving and shaking as 40-mile-an-hour winds and heavy rain blew through, and then they sat helpless as Gene's old maple tree fell right on her front door. Luckily, she was alone inside, unhurt, but she was a little mad because she had just painted her front door and is still assessing the damage. Back to you guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like their Memorial Day weekend plans are set with a bunch of cleanup. Bruce, thank you.
And our coverage continues tonight in Montgomery County, where neighbors are cleaning up from that first line of storms. Sky 9 flew over the home near Olney to give us a look at what was left behind here after a tree crashed into that home. You see, Matthew Torres is headed that direction as soon as we heard about it, and he spoke with the family who lives there. And Matthew, this was really a close call.
And Charlotte, this was one of those examples to take the warning seriously. The owner of this house tells me before a tree crashed into this room, he was trying to get his family to safety after receiving a second alert less than 1 minute earlier.
As we were coming out, I just heard this bang on like literally like something exploded. And of course, the tree that landed on top of the roof. I'm glad and I'm happy that nobody got hurt, and of course, but in my mind, I was this close to losing my mother. Things can get replaced, but life you can't.
Kenneth Elias Solis says his mother just left her room standing by the door when the tree smashed through the roof. He is convinced if she hadn't stepped out, she could have been hurt. Now, this happened around 12:30 this afternoon at Tentera Way and Considine Drive, just north of Olney. He describes hearing whistling noises and witnessing the tree sway more than usual. As they were trying to find a safe spot, their next door neighbor was watching weather conditions worsen, including the moment the tree toppled.
Just going down the street, ripping up trees and leaving debris everywhere, and it was pouring down very hard. It looked like a lot of wind in a circular motion blowing stuff around, so it was sucking in leaves and stuff like that, and then it was throwing it out.
And again, luckily, no one was hurt this afternoon. And so far in this particular neighborhood, we know of at least 2 other homes that were damaged after other trees also fell down. Reporting live in Montgomery County, Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
And we can see the absolute mess right there in that bedroom. But again, as you said, thankful no one was inside that room when that tree came toppling down. All right. Thanks so much, Matthew. Well, when weather is the big story, you can trust this team to stay connected with warnings and watches. Just download the free WSA 9 app. Grab your phone right now and point your camera at this QR code. You can track storms by using the interactive radar and get breaking push alerts sent right there to your phone.